In a world teetering on the edge of another Middle Eastern war, former U.S. President Donald Trump has re-emerged on the global stage with fiery remarks that have stunned diplomats, escalated tensions, and raised the specter of full-blown conflict. In this video, we break down Trump's June 18th statement about Iran, Israel, and what it could mean for the world. Stay till the end for a complete breakdown. Trump's demand for Iran's unconditional surrender. Donald Trump's first major statement on the current Israel-Iran crisis was nothing short of explosive. From the start, he took a hardline position, declaring that Iran must offer an unconditional surrender. He used phrases like, "We go blow up all the nuclear stuff," to convey a no-compromise policy. His comments aligned with his past approach to foreign policy: maximum pressure. Unlike conventional diplomacy that includes negotiation and concessions, Trump appears to believe that any leniency would empower Iran further. According to his remarks, this is not just about military posturing. Trump is laying out the groundwork for a redefined strategy. Submission first, peace second. This demand also complicates the current multilateral discussions led by Europe, which are attempting to de-escalate the growing regional firestorm. Trump's words could push Iran into a corner, increasing the likelihood of more aggressive retaliatory actions from Tehran. Tehran is pleading, but is it too late? Trump claimed that Iran is now desperately seeking negotiations, an ironic twist after years of hostility. But rather than celebrate the potential opening, he dismissed it. His exact words, "It's very late to be talking. They should have surrendered 60 days ago when we offered the window." However, he didn't fully shut the door. He said, "Nothing's too late," revealing that he may still entertain diplomacy, but only on his terms. This ambiguity leaves international observers puzzled. Is Trump baiting Iran into dialogue only to force harsher conditions? Or is this part of a larger psychological pressure campaign? Meanwhile, Iran's diplomatic channels are reportedly reaching out to European nations and back-channeling with Arab states for a way out. The bigger question remains, is Trump's timeline genuine or simply a negotiating tactic? Military strike on the table trumps deliberate uncertainty. When asked directly whether he plans to authorize a military strike on Iran's nuclear facilities, Trump gave one of his most characteristic answers. "I may do it, I may not do it. Nobody knows what I'm going to do." This deliberate vagueness is classic Trump. It keeps adversaries guessing and allies unsure. But in the current volatile atmosphere, such statements carry enormous weight. Iran's missile program, as well as its underground facilities in Natanz and Fordo, are considered primary targets should a strike be ordered. Israeli forces have already initiated limited airstrikes under Operation Rising Lion. If Trump gives the green light, experts predict a joint Israeli-American operation targeting over 30 strategic sites, which could push the region into uncontrollable warfare. Khamenei is an easy target, but safe for now. Perhaps the most provocative part of Trump's speech was his comment about Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei. "We know where he is. He's an easy target," Trump said, adding, "We're not going to kill him at least not for now." This thinly veiled threat stirred reactions worldwide. Some saw it as a direct warning, others as reckless saber. But it's undeniably a psychological tactic instilling fear at the top of Iran's leadership structure. It also breaks from traditional diplomatic norms, which rarely involve openly discussing the targeting of state leaders. Trump's rhetoric here is playing with fire, and if misinterpreted, could result in asymmetric retaliation by Iran. Analysts believe this could provoke Iranian-backed militias to target American diplomats or military personnel abroad. Diplomacy versus war, a fork in the road at the end of his remarks. Trump referred to a past 60-day window he claims was given to Iran for negotiations. He believes Iran wasted that opportunity, choosing to escalate instead. Now, with missiles flying across borders, civilian deaths rising, and oil markets rattled, Trump presents the world with a stark choice. Either Iran backs down, or the US and its allies will strike with overwhelming force. This is not just about military power, it's about shaping a new regional order. And Trump is positioning himself as the architect of that order, whether through diplomacy or dominance. But with the Biden administration publicly silent so far, and European leaders calling for restraint, Trump's unilateral tone is causing both concern and confusion on the global stage. Khamenei's defiant reply rejecting Trump's threats in swift response to Trump's remarks. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, delivered a stern and defiant rebuttal. Speaking from Tehran, Khamenei labeled Trump's threats as hollow, arrogant, and rooted in desperation. Khamenei declared, "We are not a nation that surrenders. We are a nation of martyrs, of resistance, and of strength." His speech was broadcast widely across Iranian state media, portraying Trump's comments as evidence of the West's fear of a rising Islamic power. He accused Trump of attempting to manipulate global opinion and distract from America's own internal chaos. Khamenei emphasized that Iran's nuclear program is peaceful, protected by the principles of sovereignty and regional dignity. "You threaten to attack our facilities, then prepare for consequences that you have never imagined," he warned. The supreme leader also invoked Iran's alliances with regional militias and hinted at coordinated responses if any military action is taken. "From Lebanon to Iraq, from Yemen to Gaza, the resistance is awake," he added. Khamenei ended with a message to the Iranian people: "Do not fear these barking dogs. They bark because they cannot bite. Stand firm, for history is watching." This response has only deepened tensions, signaling that diplomacy may be slipping further from reach. As rhetoric intensifies on both sides, the world is bracing for what could be a historic escalation or a last-minute turn to war dialogue. Trump's June 18th statement has stirred the global pot, yet again offering both a threat and a chance. Will Iran call his bluff or step back? Will the US follow through or seek a new deal? The world is watching, and the clock is ticking. If you want more authentic breakdowns like this, hit that like button, subscribe to Decoding History and Science, and share your thoughts in the comments. This is more than politics, it's global survival.